time. I was racing on the telemark mogul circuit. And my friends and I, it was a full moon, and we were doing this full moon ritual. And we had our drums, and we were like making up this ritual, and we're all feeling really good. But it wasn't quite working. Like, there was just something about it that just wasn't working for me. It just sort of seemed artificial to me. And suddenly, like, it hit me that, like, wait a second. I don't have to make up a new ritual. I come from a Jewish tradition that has thousands of years of a full moon ritual. Maybe I should learn about my own ritual. And I ended up being the lay leader of the congregation in Vail. Before I went to rabbinical schools, I started pursuing this path. So what is the power, you asked, of following a path that's already existed? So a couple things. One is the whole, we stand on the shoulders of giants. You know? Like, there are so many smarter people than me that have been around for so many more years than me. So why should I make up everything new when I have inherited this amazing tradition? And the other piece is that for me, my spirituality is so connected to community. Community is so important to me. I mean, even just sitting here tonight, we're sharing these really important ideas. We are building a community. And by hooking into the Jewish tradition, I got a community not just in the room that I was seated with, but I got a community through time. I got a community stretching back. When I light the candles with my daughter Sadie, we're lighting the candlesticks on Shabbat that her great-grandmother Sadie carried over on the boat from Russia. We're lighting the same candles. And there's something so powerful about stepping into a river of time like that, where you can just feel the connection to the people back there. Now, does that mean that the Jewish tradition is any better than the Christian tradition, or the Muslim tradition, or the Hindu? No, it doesn't. It happens to be the one I inherited. It happens to be my tradition. But that's what makes it so powerful for me.
Just kind of a follow-up. Do you feel like those separate traditions can serve to actually separate people into individual communities rather than bring us together as more of a one people?
I think we separate naturally, like snowboarders and skiers. I mean, I was joking about that, but really, you look on the mountain, we separate ourselves. You know, at dinner tonight, one of my friends mentioned that the world is too big for us all to be one group. We naturally separate ourselves. But I think that religion can separate us, but it can also bring us together. I mean, there's amazing interfaith work going on. I mean, look here, look at the chapel, right? The Prince of Peace. It's not just one congregation's chapel. It's multi-denominational. It's Jews and Christians. It's all being together. So I think that I find in my work, because, like, for example, my book, right? My book was purposely written to not just appeal to a Jewish audience. So if I was just talking to Jewish people, I would say Torah. I wouldn't say Bible. You know, but because it's coming from a shared tradition, it's coming from our shared scriptures, I try to use words that embrace both cultures. So I think politics, religion, food. I mean, food, man. Food should be the uniter. Food's the biggest separator. I can't eat at your house because I'm gluten-free. My kid's allergic to wheat, and my other kid's allergic to dairy. So there's no way I can eat at your house. You know, like, right? Food should be the great uniter, but it's not. So I think we can use it. I think we can use it to unite us. I hope.